Hello everyone, and welcome to a special episode. As of this video, I am hovering around 250 subscribers, and I am also close within the top 600 of my world. So I thought that it would be a great time to do something like this where I show you my entire daily collection. So as you might have noticed, I'm not on script. There's going to be a lot of filler words. I apologize for that. And also, if there are any audio issues, since I'm doing this all in one go, I most likely won't be able to edit it out. So I apologize for those as well. And then obviously, this video will most likely be longer than my other 1 to 2 minute videos. So if you don't feel like sticking around, that's perfectly fine. I understand. But without any further ado, let's get going. So usually with my daily collection, I go to the antique dealer first. I collect all my trade coins and gemstones. I look to see what I can get rid of. Usually I don't have very much because I am constantly putting stuff into the antique dealer. The only place that I really get stuff from now is the Guild Expedition or events. Usually drop a lot of items and buildings that I don't really use. Then I collect from my tavern. I usually collect from this multiple times a day. And then I get going on everything else. So first I collect from great buildings. As you can see, I'm skipping over some because I'm focusing on completing certain quests first. So gathering 800,000 coins is a lot faster than spending 99 forge points. So I focus on coins first. And I am also getting some materials and supplies on the way, but I don't really care about those very much. And then depending on how everything adds up, yeah, I'm usually a little bit under. So I'll look for my incidents around my city and see if they give me any coins to get me on my way. A lot of times they don't, but that's alright. And there's one. So then I'll just click on a smaller building that will give me a small amount of coins just to get me over that hump. And there you go. So I've gotten 20 materials now. If you have watched the previous video to this one, where I talk about Chateau Frontenac, that increases the amount of goods and coins and supplies that you receive from completing quests. And that's why I maximize completing quests, because I get so much back because of the level of my chateau. So I'm slowly making my way through. You'll notice that I'm kind of jumping around between buildings. I basically have memorized what certain buildings give, how many coins they give, and so I'm kind of just adding certain buildings up in my head to make sure that I can get past 800,000 coins, but at the same time not go too far over. So now I just got a medium forge point package, which always helps out. Forge point packages are good for when you're adding to someone else's great building and you don't quite have enough in your inventory. Notice that I'm currently at 56 forge points. You can have up to 100 as far as I know. And then it no longer allows you to collect. So I'm going to keep collecting until I get to 100, and then luckily enough, the Forge Point quest is 99. So it actually works out really well. So I'll keep collecting. And then at some point I'll get the rest of my great buildings that don't really add to the supplies or the coins. My next move is usually to collect from the Blue Galaxy, and that is because the Blue Galaxy doubles my collection for the first 6 buildings that I've collected. I have not covered this in depth yet on my channel. I will shortly. We'll get to it. But basically what I do with this is I try to maximize the output of my highest event buildings. So I'll click on that, and then I'll click on my Mikoto Bridge, which gives me normally 900,000 coins, but in this case gave me 1.8 million coins. And so that obviously got me over the 800,000 coins fairly easily. And I'll just do that. I'll collect from 5 more buildings that usually give me a high number of coins or forge points, just so that I'm really taking advantage of the Blue Galaxy. So if you notice, I'm skipping a lot of quests. That's because there are certain quests that I can't fulfill quickly. For example, this one is research 2 technologies. I can't do that every time. Gather 1,000 supplies. I can do that by collecting from my castle. So I'll do that. Collect some metals. This one really never pays out as much as you pay into it. 250,000 coins and 250,000 supplies aren't that much, but paying into it only gets me 20 materials. I would much rather just wait until I collect another 800,000 coins, and I'll probably get 20 materials anyway. So this one is slightly under 800,000, so let's see if it doubles. It does not. So we'll have to double up, and now we get this this warning message basically saying that I can't collect anymore. I've gone over 100 forge points, and I now have to contribute to something. So I'll contribute to my Terracotta Army, which is another great building that we haven't covered on my channel, but again, I'll get to it. And we'll run through the quests again so that I can set up the Forge Points quest, and now we go back to the Coins quest. We're still doubling coins. This one doesn't get doubled, but that's alright. The higher your level of Blue Galaxy, the more likely you are to double your collection. And then finally, I believe this is my last one. Yes, because you can tell on this right side, at least I'm playing on PC right now, it tells you how many chances you have left, how many tries you have left for your Blue Galaxy. And this one hasn't doubled, so I'm at 730,000 thereabouts. So now I'll collect from an 88,000. That's pretty much 800,000. So when all said and done, and if you're still sticking with me, I appreciate you watching, as always. When all said and done, I think I usually collect about 500 forge points, I want to say. Most of that comes from great buildings. Some of it, of course, does come from event buildings or doubling up of event buildings. But obviously that helps out a lot with leveling up my great buildings and contributing to other players' great buildings as well. And of course, contributing to other great buildings is important when you have an arc, and that's the 3rd great building now that I've mentioned that we have not included on my channel. So you're probably saying, why are you talking about this stuff? I don't know what that is because I haven't watched the video on it yet. And I would say you're right. But like I said, I don't have a script. I'm just rambling, and this is what you get. So slowly making our way through the entire city. I would say that collections usually take me 20 minutes total, which is not too bad. It would be obviously easier if I just swiped across all buildings all at the same time. But like I said, I want to maximize the amount of goods and other rewards that I get from completing quests. I'll use some of my Forge Point packages. I usually just keep the 10 Forge Point packages, just because it's easier to hold on to. So I'm at 101 again. I'll go to my Terracotta Army building and I'll max out 99 Forge Points. A really good use of all the Forge Points that you gather, I would say, is even if you don't have an arc, even if you don't get that increased, contribution reward, just contributing to other great buildings when you have, some Forge Points in your inventory or some Forge Points, in your bar up here. I think that it's still helpful because it gives you blueprints, it gives you medals. I would say a lot of times, you can even have it so that you put in, whatever forge points you have in that upper bar, and you then are paid out in forge packets, forge packages. And then you can keep saving up those forge packages, you know, as many as you want to save up. And then when someone posts, a huge, uh, great building that, you want blueprints from, or you want a lot of medals from, um, you know, that's the best way to do it. Again, I'll cover that more once I cover the Arc Great building, but I'm just trying to fill the silence with something that you can possibly get out of this video, if anything. So what do I have left? I have 5,000 coins left to gather. I could gather from something in my city, but I can also just aid the people in my guild, uh, my neighborhood, or my friends list. And I'm sure if you notice, as I'm aiding, I'm also getting some materials back. And the fourth great building that I haven't covered yet is called the Truce Tower, and that enables you to receive materials from the age of the person that you're aiding. And like I said, I'll cover that later on. I'm slowly making my way through the ages. So we'll finish up with 30. And as you can tell, I've finished my coins quest again. And every time I finish my coins quest, I get materials, I get supplies, I get coins. Sometimes I get the medium forge point package. Diamonds are also a reward from quests, but usually they're few and far between. They're very rare to get. So that, I believe, is all of my coin buildings. And I've reached 100 yet again. I will add 99 to my great building, and I can continue collecting. Now I'm basically only collecting forge points from all of my great buildings. So I've got these 3 here that give 4, and then I've got these 2 here, which I believe will get me to 100 yet again. So if you're counting along, please comment below, because I'm not really counting. But let me know how many forge points I do end up getting during this daily collection. Let's see if I can go to another great building that I'd like to add on some forge points to. How about we can add some on the Royal Albert Hall. Why not? We'll do that. So add another 99. That'll give me another 20 materials, another 20 goods, and we'll just loop around again. Okay, so now I've got my Arctic, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Orangery. We'll call it Orangery. And then my Cape Canaveral, that's going to give me 162. So you can go over 100, but it won't let you collect once you get over 100. So it won't let me collect from another grade building with forge points. So I just have to add 99 again, and I'll get back under 100. And then we're almost done. I have 2 grade buildings left. Both of them give about 50 forge points, I believe, 48. So that'll get me over 100 one more time. And that's it. Got some more metals. And then another 48 will only get me up to 60 forge points. So usually what I do now is I'll finish out, most of these things on the right hand side. I can aid 14 more people to collect goods. So I'll usually do that. There's a few great buildings that reward you if you attack another army. It doesn't necessarily need to be another player, it just needs to be some type of enemy. So I will most likely do that. After this, that may give me more forge points, it may give me some other rewards, but I won't have you stick around for that. Obviously the video is long enough as it is. So with that being said, that's the end. Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate everyone that stuck through it with me. Both this video and the channel. 250 subscribers. I honestly did not think that I would get that many. But like I said, I appreciate you watching. I'm glad that you're watching. I hope that you enjoy the videos. If you do enjoy the videos, please like, please subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, as always, leave them below. I love answering questions. I love responding to people's comments. And then finally, as I slowly tick underneath the top 600, stay safe and keep on jamming.